Big thank you to EA for sponsoring this video. Let's learn how to kick like a pro with the new kicking meter in Madden 25. So with the new kicking meter, the side to side is your accuracy and the up and down is your power. So to initiate a kick, you're going to press X on PlayStation or A on Xbox, and then you're going to continue to hold the button and then let go when the power meter fills and you have the desired amount of power. Let's take a look here. So X for accuracy, let go for the power, perfect power, full meter, easy kick right through the upright. When setting your kick accuracy, you want to make sure you get it in the middle in the green if at all possible. The more to the left, the more the kick is going to go to the left, and the more to the right, the more it's going to go to the right. So take a look here. If I finish to the right, you'll see the kick is going to veer off to the right. That's not what you want. Same thing with the left-hand side. If I have the accuracy meter for more to the left-hand side, it's going to kick more to the left. That's why you want to get it in the green towards the middle. Look at that terrible kick off to the left there. When you hit and hold for the power, it's important to remember that if you kick it all the way to the top and you hold it just a little bit too long and hit that red spot on the meter, you can overkick it and the meter will go crazy and you have a chance that you could miss the kick inaccurately because you overkicked it. Let me show you what it's going to look like here. So I'll hit and hold it and see it does that crazy thing. So it went off to the left because an overkick. There's a chance the overkick will give you the most power, but without it being inaccurate. But there's also a chance if you overkick, you'll miss it because it's like a dice roll. So you want to avoid overkicking at all costs. The last thing to know about power is if you hit and hold it and forget to let go, you'll get about a third of the meter of power. So if you're worried about overkicking, look at that, about a third of the meter. Not quite enough power for the distance of kick we have. But if you're closer and you don't want to overkick and you're really worried about it, you can just hold the kick all the way through. So let's try this real quick here. I'm going to move up a little bit, respot the ball. Let's move up here and try it and see if this kick is close enough. So it's a 34-yard kick. We're going to kick it down the middle. I'm going to hold it. I have enough juice to make a 34-yard kick without worrying about the power at all because I just held the button down, said I don't want to overkick it, and I'm just going to make this kick no problem. That's a great strategy. And actually, it's a great strategy for extra points. So if you get your accuracy properly and you just hold it all the way through, there's a good chance you're not going to overkick any extra points. The last thing to know about kicking is the meter is going to get faster the farther back you go. So if I back up here, if we're at 34 yards here, if we respot the ball and move back here, let's say let's go 55 or something like that. Let's see how long we can get here. About right here, 55. You're going to see it's much faster. This is a much more difficult kick to make. So it's faster, bad accuracy, and I overkicked it. Terrible kick. Oh my goodness. Let's try to get one here. We're kicking, let's see, 63-yard field goal. My goodness. That's a tough one. I got the power, but bad, not good enough accuracy. Man, what a leg on the Lions kicker here. Bates has got some real juice. And I'm going to push down on the right thumbstick just to get the trajectory a little bit lower and make it for the extra power. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Get there, buddy. 63 yards and good. What a beast of a kick. But you'll also notice that like your meters are going to be smaller or bigger with the green zones and the accuracy zones, just depending on your kicker's rating. So just be aware of that. If you have a worse kicker, you want to plan for that during your game because those kicks are going to be harder to hit. And the accuracy meter is going to be smaller, so you want to be careful with that. But to get a good handle on the kicking, head into the practice mode and mess around with it. The more you work on it, the better you're going to get, and it's really a great new way to do the kicking. I like the new kicking meter because it adds a layer of skill that wasn't there in Madden before, and if you can get this down pat, it's going to give you a huge advantage. Everything we just learned about kicking field goals applies to punting. You can move the left thumbstick to put where you want to decide where you want to kick the ball. You have sky kick, which is a high hanging kick, so that's going to give you the chance to get your defense under it. A sky kick looks like this. You'll see how long the ball hangs up there for. It's not very far, but it's a high hanging kick, so hopefully do a fair catch here. If not, you get absolutely smacked. Love that. Inside the 20, also a good kick there. Backspin's great because hopefully the return man decides to not go after it, and you can down it inside the 20. So nice little backspin there, down it at the 14, pretty good. And then you have a normal kick. So I'm going to angle it to the sideline, see if I can keep it from being in bounds if I'm worried about the kicker, and maybe get him back him up here. Maybe down at the 6, 7. Pretty good. So that's punting. Similar to kicking field goal with the meter, and just those are your 3 options to punt. Not too bad. I know you're not going to punt a lot in Madden, but when you need to punt, these are your options. And lastly, everything we just learned about kicking also applies to the kickoff. But you have 3 types of kickoffs. You have deep, placement, and power squib. So deep is going to be to help prevent a return. It's going to kick it into the end zone in most cases, or out the back of the end zone. We get full power here. It's going to be difficult to return. They're probably not going to return it. They're going to touch it back. Great. No problem. Prevent the big return. Then you have a placement kick. This is kind of putting the ball where you want to put it. So I'm going to angle it left here. I'm going to try to get it in the landing zone. Perfect in the landing zone. Love that. There we go. Out to the 30. Perfectly good return there. And then you have power squib. It's important to make sure you get in the landing zone with this power squib, because if you don't, it's a penalty and it's treated as an out of bounds kick. So you want to make sure you get good accuracy to get this in there. So almost full power here too. So get that full power. Penalty. See, like that's the risk in the power squib. You want to make sure you get full power on these, because if you don't, it's going to be a risk of a penalty. Power squib, it's important to get full power on here. So let's try one more time. We'll get almost full power there. It's going to land inside the landing zone, no penalty. So it makes them return it, but it's really risky because then they have almost a easy running start at it, and they're like so close to the edge of the landing zone that they beat 2 defenders and be gone. So these are kind of risky kicks here. I actually don't really like the power squib that much, but it's an option for you if you want the ball to get, to hit the ground, or to get the return man to actually take the ball out. Now let's look at how to run an option play in Madden 25. There's a couple of changes, so let's take a look, and I'll walk you through those changes here. So I'm going to go to a read option, and then I'm going to pick a random defensive play. And when you hold the right trigger, you're going to see the play art, obviously, but there's an R icon over the defender, and that's the read defender. So we're looking at the defender on whether or not to hand the ball off, or if we're going to keep the ball with Mahomes. Now, when you snap the ball, if you just do nothing, it's going to automatically hand the ball off to the running back. If you snap the ball and then you decide you want to keep it with Mahomes, you can tap and hold X again to keep the ball. So let's watch the defender and see what he does, and then we'll make our decision as it happens. So snap, hand off, because he went outside to guard the quarterback. So easy run, pick up 7 yards. Let's do it one more time here, see if we can get it where we're going to hold it. So again, he's guarding us. See how if he's standing there kind of like doing a defensive stance and strafing, that's like when you don't want to keep the ball as Mahomes. You want to hand that off. So then we hand it off here. See, again, he went right for the running back. That's the wrong decision. Let's look at it when we make the right decision here, okay? So you see what it looks like when we make the wrong choice. Let's make the right choice. So there it is. Make the right choice. Get outside. Easy choice there. Make the quarterback run. So I tapped to snap the ball, and then I hit again and held the button to keep the ball. So you can tap to snap the ball and just hold it, and that'll keep the ball. Or you can tap, release, and then tap and hold. So let's take a look at the replay, and you'll see how I was able to make that determination. So here's our read defender. Look what he does here. As soon as the ball is snapped, he's going right for the running back. It's a beeline to the running back. He's going right for him. Doesn't care about Mahomes. And then I'm able to pull it down, and then I hit the gas right here, sprint past the defender that came down in the box, get to the outside, pick up 6-7 yards. The next option play we want to look at is going to be with like a speed option or a load option. These are with like your pitch plays basically. So what I can do here is I can look at the P defender. So see how it says P over top of the defender there? And then I'll decide whether or not I want to pitch the ball to Pacheco here. So I'm reading him, and then if he comes down the quarterback, I'm going to tap L1, and that'll let me pitch the ball to Pacheco. L1 is also left bumper. So I'm looking at that P defender here, see what he's doing. He's coming down to the quarterback. It's an easy pitch. Get the ball to Pacheco. He's running angry. Pick up a nice first down. It's really tough to guard, especially when the defense is tightly compressed. So you're able to get these pitches. You can catch the edge here. And the idea is you just want to draw that defender in. I'm just trying to draw that defender in every time here. So the P defender's right there. I'm just trying to draw him in, and then I'm waiting to the last second, but not too long. I don't want to fumble here, but I'm waiting to the end before I pitch it. I'm just trying to draw that defender in, and there it is. And again, I got so much space on the outside. It's something you'd want to switch into on defense if you wanted to guard that pitch. You'd adjust your read option defense, but if they're not gonna guard me on the pitch, I'm gonna take that pitch every single time and pick up 7-8 yards. I'd rather get a guy like Pacheco with the ball in his hands on the outside than try to get it with Mahomes. It's an easy read here. They're making it super simple. They haven't adjusted, so I'm just gonna take that pitch every single time, grab that first down. The last kind of option play is gonna be your peaks or your alerts. These are the ones that have pass options in them as well. So what we'll do with these, we'll pull one up, we'll do the peak slant. So just like the read option, if you just snap the ball and do nothing, it'll automatically hand it off to the running back. But if you don't do nothing, you have a chance to make the read and throw it, that's where you're gonna make the throw. So I'm gonna look at the defense. I'm looking at the M icon for the Mike linebacker. I'm looking at see who's over the middle for this route. I'm gonna snap it here. He's guarding over the middle, so I'm not gonna make that pass. I don't want to get picked off there. Let's do it again. Couple defenders over the middle. Might be a tough read here. Yeah, I'm just going to hand it off. Take a few yards. Some of these peak plays are solid, and some of them, you got to test them out and see how they run. Personally, I like this is not a bad one. Like, if the defender's not sitting over the middle and they're going to give me that middle, I'm going to take those 6-7 yards, no problem. But if I can hand it off and get Pacheco with some space, you can see we're in some space now. Now we're moving, getting a nice first down. It's all a quick read. You're either looking for the pass or you're gonna hand it off. It's not you don't have to labor too much on these plays. Just make the easy read. If you snap the ball and do nothing, it's a handoff. If you end up wanting to pass, just tap the icon for the player you want to pass to. Pretty simple. Now that you know how to use the new kicking meter and how to run option plays, let me know what you need help with in Madden 25 in the comments, and we'll see you at the next video.